Is only up October still going to play out the way that everyone was thinking it was? Guys, I know the markets are a little bit choppy right now, but listen, in my humble opinion, I still think that October is going to finish off strong. Now, if you're one of those people who were expecting for it to pump, I just want to say that I was calling for October, the first 1 to 2 weeks, to be very bearish, because when everyone is expecting for one thing to happen, it's usually the opposite that happens. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Ro. We cover the latest and the greatest crypto content here on this page. Listen, I try to help you guys pick out from the best plays, meme coins, utility coins to make the best return on your investment, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 X's. We've already made a bunch of 10 to 20 X's here on this account. Now, if you guys are new, subscribe, hit the bell notification. One thing you should know about me, though, is that I'm not a financial advisor. I've been just doing this since 2017. I've been in the markets, and I just try to give you guys as many things that I've learned and try to help you guys kind of navigate and avoid some of the mistakes that I've done. One thing that I ask from you guys is that you help me and subscribe, because listen, guys, I want to get to 10K before the end of the year. If we do, we'll be doing a huge giveaway. Now, with that being said, we're going to take a look at the markets. We're going to take a look and see, hey, is October still going to play out the way it's supposed to? Right now, as you guys can see here, let's actually refresh the page. See what Bitcoin's trading at 60,485. Okay, as long as you don't close below 60K, we are still in. The bull market is still in. One thing you guys need to realize is that there is no way that this October is going to turn bearish. I just don't see it playing out that way. The reason that we're having these dips right now is because in September, everyone was thinking, okay, September is going to be a very bearish month. But in fact, September, I think, was the most bullish month we've had in crypto for the last 11 years. Okay, so how it basically goes is everyone thought September was going to be bearish. No, it was very bullish. And going into October, everyone was thinking October is going to be the most bullish month. Now, again, I still think it is, because there's too many factors that we can't ignore, right? The first factor is this. Every time that there was a green September, October, November, and December always turned out to be green. So anytime there was a green September, guys, Q4 of that year was always green. Consecutive 3 green months. Also, whenever it's election year, right? So 2024, 2020, 2016, whenever it's an election year, October, November, and December are always green months, are always positive return months. And I think that this October is still going to close very positive, but it's the fact that everyone was expecting for it too. And you guys know how that works. When the narrative is one way, the market makers like to pull the rug on that narrative so that they could wreck you, but they secretly are loading up, okay? And right now, it is the time to be loading up. Every time you see a dip, every time you see the price fall, every time you see these corrections in the market, that is when you want to be loading up. You don't want to chase the pumps. You want to get in before that. I'm not saying if you do chase the pumps that you still won't make money, because you definitely will, right? Because in my opinion, the bull market top is coming somewhere in 2025. But I think it just makes more sense because you're training yourself to be a good investor if you buy when it's low. Because, the saying goes, buy the fear, sell the greed, right? And it's a very common saying. Now, why are we still dumping? Well, that's because, guys, listen, give it 1 to 2 weeks. I feel like the last 2 weeks of October, we're going to finish strong. Going into November, which is election year, we have a very pro-crypto president that might win, or a pro-crypto candidate that might win. He's leading the polls right now, so I'm very excited for that, because that could be a huge catalyst for this bull run. Now, one thing else that we need to look at is the fear and greed, okay? When we look at when to buy, when to sell, we need to take a look at the market psychology. So this tracks the multifactorial crypto market sentiment, and that is what the fear and greed index does. Now, this is single-handedly probably the best indicator that there is in all of crypto. Currently, we're at 39. Sure, we could go a little bit lower, but right now is a good opportunity to start spreading your fiat currency, to start spreading your fiat into the markets, right? I think that, if you have some cash reserves, it's time to deploy some of that. Now, not financial advice, but only invest what you're comfortable to lose. And if you don't have funds on the sidelines right now, guys, start side hustles, do extra gigs, take up extra shifts at work overtime, sell things you may not need, but do not use money that you saved up for your college tuition, your kids' tuition, rent money. Do not use those fundings, okay? One thing that I always say is that, whenever this meter comes down to fear, and especially to extreme fear, I always like to gobble up. And when we're at greed or extreme greed, I like to take a look at price action. Combine that with where we are in the market right now, because I expect 500 days after the halving is when the top comes in. Mix that in with the fear and greed index, which is really the only two indicators that you need. And, you'll be able to exit the market in a good way. Bitcoin is ready for a huge bull run, as you guys can see. This is typically what happens. You see the base 1, base 2, base 3, base 4. And as you can see, since 2023, we had that first base 2, base 3. And then, guys, a pump to the upside, base 4, dipping here, and then going to the upside. Now, do I see this chart being as bullish as it's supposed to be? I don't think we're going that high. I'm going to be completely honest with you, okay? For me, I think that, from here, maybe we go up to 90K, have a dip down to 74, 75, and then we extend to the upside of around $100,000 to $110,000. That is what I see playing out for this market. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not one of these moon boys that are expecting an over 200,000 Bitcoin. They are selling a lie to you. Do not fall for that, okay? Focus on meme coins with cult activity and high engagement. The 100x to 1000x gains become more achievable. Definitely agree, guys. Okay, one thing that you guys need to consider is that there are still good meme coins out there, but the best meme coins are the ones with cult-like communities. I always say this to you guys. Now, don't take that in like an alarming way. It's more so to say that the communities are very, very bullish, very strong, talking about it every day. Very similar to myself and Turbo, Hoppy, Ponky, some of those tokens. I try to cover those as often as I can. And, my favorite meme coin being Turbo, I cover that thing every single day. And that is things that new investors like, because when they search up the token on YouTube, they like to see videos about it that are recent, right? So you guys should do your part too, whether that's liking videos about it, whether it's sharing it, talking about it on X, or just doing whatever you can, interacting, buying. You guys want to do your part too to spread awareness to meme coins, because new investors buy into cult-like communities. Also, US inflation, guys, falls to 2.4%, which is the lowest in 3 years. Now, this is a very strong catapult into the fact that, we could also see interest rate cuts coming in November. This is a good sign. I mean, the damage has already been done. So, take it with a grain of salt, but this also means that, we will be able to borrow for cheaper. We will be able to do more things. The damage has been done, guys, but this could be the start of something good. And again, it's the lowest that we've seen in 3 years. So obviously a very good sign. There's a lot of factors behind the scenes that are very bullish for crypto. Now, at the end of the day, one thing I need you guys to remember is don't just take my advice for it and go buy. Do your own research. Use my video as a tool in your toolbox when buying a token. Use it as just research, okay? But obviously go above and beyond. Do your due diligence and be educated. That's one thing that I try to do on this channel, is make educated investors. Now, if you guys went on to enjoy, all I ask from you is that you like this video, share it around, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my uploads. Guys, I upload 3 times a day, which really isn't that easy to do consistently. And I've been doing it for the last 6-7 months. So if you guys enjoy that, you appreciate that, subscribe, help me get to 10K before the end of the year. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you guys. And yeah, peace out. Take care, guys.